Hey folks, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ Stocks, crypto assets, news and interviews. Today's Thursday, April 24th. Hope you're doing well. In this video, by popular request, we're going to take a look at MSOS ETF. The weekly oversold bounce is underway, and we've had a huge bounce off of the low, and it was a pretty decent trade actually, playing off of the weekly bear flag, which we'll bring up in a moment, and also playing off $2 psychological. And the sector, it's been an absolute brutal few years. But the last 6 months have been exceptionally brutal. And we're also seeing a bullish pattern that's flashing on the chart that hasn't happened since October and late October and early November, which is pretty crazy to think about. Before we get to it, make sure to smash the like, help support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, take the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos. Also, not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. And I do own a little bit of MSOS ETF in my portfolio. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. So we'll take a look at the chart and what to expect in terms of the price action in the days, weeks, months ahead. Like I said, we started the weekly oversold bounce, so we were oversold on the weekly RSI. We also had a weekly bear flag, so if we go from the high to the low there and then get our measured move, we just go from the high to the low, move it out to our 0.382 fib, and it was saying we had a target of about 220 on the weekly bear flag target, and we hit a low of 202. So playing off that $2 psychological and all-time low, playing off $2 was a pretty amazing trade, not going to lie. And also kind of using that weekly bear flag as an area to target for entries. You could have started to enter close to that 220, maybe another one at 210, another one close to $2, and already up off of the lows there, almost 45%. But we're still in a weekly downtrend, so we have lower highs and lower lows. We're just anticipating a weekly lower high compared to 383, but this is what happens when you don't have any resistance. We had a lack of resistance, and we're seeing a massive bounce. And one thing that I wanted to bring up here as well is on the daily time frame, you can see that we haven't seen a daily EMA 12 and 26 bull cross occur. The last time it happened was way back here. I'm just going to bring that up, blow it up a little bit more so I can see it a bit better for you. So yeah, it was way back here in September. So that's a long time to go without having a daily bull cross. If we just kind of go back here over the last few years, you can see it's happened, quite a few times, and it's just absolutely brutal. It's a testament to the sign of the times right now in the MJ space. But a lot of people were asking me what was the reason for MJ stocks being up today. I posted a video. This came out late yesterday. Safer banking. Trump urging Congress to pass crypto bills, banking bills, and there's a lot of crypto bills right now being circulated. So I think that makes a lot of sense. I mentioned in there as well that it would be in November, but that's November 2026 is the midterms. But as of right now, crypto is still continuing to steal the show, and we could see crypto legislation here over the next few months. They ultimately want to get it done by August. And then once they get the crypto bills out of the way, then I think it's going to be smooth sailing for MJ, and we're going to see MJ at the forefront after that, right? Because once they get the couple of the bills that they're working on with regards to crypto, then there'll be a lot more time because every second word coming out of the new administration's mouth is AI and blockchain and crypto, right? So eventually they'll pivot over to MJ, in my opinion. But we could still see that EMA 12 and 26 bull cross here. We don't have any daily support though on MSOS all the way down until that low at 202. So just be very cautious here if you're looking for entries. We can easily pull back at this point. I wouldn't be surprised to see us pull back 15-20% and look for a daily high or low. We're no longer in a daily downtrend with a break of this lower high, lower low pattern, but we're still in a weekly downtrend, still in a monthly downtrend. We haven't even started the monthly bounce yet, which is pretty insane to think about. If we break the high of last month at 322, that means the monthly bounce will be underway. Bounce just means you're breaking the high of the previous candle, and consolidation means you're losing the low of the previous candle. So if we break 322, then the monthly bounce will be underway, but it is a potential for a monthly bear flag. Not expecting that as the most likely scenario, but I would expect us over the next couple of months, as we start to see the market really enter that risk on phase. I think we're going to see a lot of rotation out of big tech stocks into those mega cap, and I think we're going to see rotation into smaller cap stocks and medium cap stocks as well before this bull market comes to an end. But with crypto, big tech, AI looking to top out over the coming months, I think we should see the MJ industry be a big beneficiary. It's one of the only sectors that hasn't participated in the everything bubble of 2025. So this is something that We'll continue to monitor, and like I said, they're going to more than likely pass banking. I think that is a very realistic goal over the next year or two to get some sort of reform done in the U.S. And I think it's going to come in way of banking, and they're going to get the Wall Street banks positioned first. So overall, a great day for MJ stocks, something that we're not accustomed to these days. AYR, CXXI, MSOX leading the bull list. We had CGC up over 20% at the close as well. We did have an hourly bull flag, which I mentioned in the Power Group private community as well. And that was yesterday. So I drew this out yesterday. We had our low, high, higher low, held the 0.32 fib to perfection. And then once we broke the high there at $1.27, that confirmed it. Then you just take your measured move there from the low to the high, move it out to your 0.32 fib, and it was saying $1.40, $1.45, $1.46. And we hit 151 on this bounce. So you literally can't make this stuff up. So show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. We are at risk of an hourly downtrend here, though, with an hourly lower high forming. So key support here on CGC going into tomorrow is going to be 138. Lose that, then hourly downtrend confirmed. But it looks like it's actually another bull flag that's forming here. The more bull flags that you form in a row, the less likely they are to play out, though. So that's one thing that we'll make note of. But we're up 5% after hours here. We're at 157. So we're actually confirming the hourly bull flag after hours. Let's just take a look from the low to the high, move that out to our 0.32 fib. And it's saying the measured move is about 178. We'll just adjust that. Move that up a little bit here. 177. So yeah, we are confirming it here after hours. We're sitting at 157 USD here on CGC after hours. So 2 hourly bull flags confirmed in a row. Love to see it. But MSOS, yeah, on the hourly time frame, we're very extended here as well. We're up just over 1% after hours, but we basically have no support on the hourly time frame either. We do have EMA 12 there at 267. So don't be surprised if we do pull back, like I said, 10, 20% on some of these names. Haven't even started the monthly bounce though. And this is the weekly oversold bounce. So we're breaking the high of the previous weekly candle for the second week in a row, and we're coming off weekly oversold territory. But still in a weekly downtrend. We still have a lot of work to do on the weekly time frame here. The MACD and the stochastic are super bullish at the moment, and we could potentially see a 10-week close over the 10-week moving average this week as well. So all systems go at the moment. We have a lot of work to do on the longer term time frames, right? We still have to confirm monthly uptrends. It's going to be at least 3 months before that happens. But we're well below all of our weekly moving averages, our daily moving averages. We finally just closed above the 50-day moving average. That's the first time in a long time. That was way back in November that happened last. And we didn't get the 2, preferably 3 candle closes above it for confirmation. Back tested it, lost it, and then absolute bloodbath continued after that. And then you can see here again, rejected at the 50-day moving average. And here we are closing 1 candle above it, but we need 2, preferably 3 candle closes. And the next major level of resistance is there at 323, which is the 100-day moving average. And again, if we take a look at the monthly time frame here, the high of last month was 322. So 322 and 323 is the 100-day moving average. That's a lot of resistance right there. We might even hit that $3 to 320 level and then pull back that 10-20% I was talking about. But we still have to confirm daily uptrends. So a lot of work to do. We will anticipate a daily high or low over the coming few days, and more than likely set up for a type of inside bar into tomorrow. But these are the times when the price gets away from you, right? When we're this beaten down, like realistically, if you just look at the last 6 months, it's been an absolute bloodbath. So we've just in 6 months, we were down about 75% on this MSOS ETF. And the saying goes, when you don't think it can go any lower, it can go lower, and even lower than that, because markets can stay irrational longer than we can stay solvent. And like I said, we had the destruction just from the last 6 months alone. Like we were down 85%, right? So when someone's looking at a chart and they're saying, okay, we're down 80, 90%, how much lower are we really going to go? Well, from all-time high to just 6 months ago, we were down almost 86%, and then we dropped another 75%. So that's just an example of how extended things can get to the downside versus the upside. But yeah, the monthly EMAs here, we could see a bull cross of the 12 and the 26, but that's going to be at least, I would say, 4 or 5 months away before that were to happen. But yeah, we're testing weekly EMA 12 here as well. That's sitting at 287. And then EMA 26 is sitting at 371. And it's going to be at least a month or so before those cross bullish, but those haven't crossed bullish in a very long time. The last time it happened was back here in September of 2023. So this is kind of the name of the game, especially with these high risk sectors that are very, very dominated and like just a lot of retail focused sectors, right? Like these, like cryptos, like that, right? They'll bore you, they'll punish you for so long, and they'll bore the ever loving hell out of you, right? You just eventually lose interest, and this is all by design. But eventually, once the market starts to mature, we won't see these types of drawdowns. It's just easily manipulated, right? It's still illegal at the federal level, so very easy for them to manipulate this market. But like I said, great day overall, but we can't get our hopes up. We still have a lot of work to do, especially on the monthly time frame. Still have to confirm monthly uptrends across the sector, and it's great that we're seeing some momentum in the sector. But again, until we get something concrete and until we get monthly uptrends across the sector, we can't call a bottom yet, and we just have to expect more short-term pain. And like I said, once crypto, big tech, AI tops out over the coming months, I think we're going to see massive rotation into this sector. Like I said, it's one of the only sectors that hasn't participated in the everything bubble. And what better sector to look towards as we see major reform in the US. All right, going into it there, it's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.